I'm heading to the desert, and somehow it is colder there than it is here. I didn't come to Sedona with a plan. I came to listen. This trip wasn't mapped out in a notebook or plotted in a storyboard. It was definitely spirit-led. Every twist, every detour, every sacred silence was exactly what it needed to be. What started out as uncertainty became initiation. What I thought was lost became found in red rocks, starlight, and stillness. Sedona doesn't just call you. She invites you to remember. Right now, I'm waiting for my bags to hit the customer baggage office. All these, it's not really big hoops, but I had to do some special stuff in order to be able to check my gun into my luggage. Flying into Phoenix, I carried a list of intentions, not a rigid schedule. I tried to map it all out, places to see, trails to hike, energies to experience, but every time I tried to finalize something, it felt forced, like Sedona was already whispering, "Let go, I've got you." Okay, y'all, we have made it to Arizona. The closest airport to Sedona is Phoenix, and it's a 2-hour drive from the Phoenix airport. So right now I got my rental car and we are driving to Sedona. I even debated on looking at if I could catch an Uber, depending on how my sleeping arrangements were gonna be. But I decided it would just be way cheaper to just rent a car. And so I went through some bizarre situations, just a couple, on Airbnb, trying to figure out how, okay, I don't really want to do a hotel. Then I was like, ooh, what about camping? And then I went through this bizarre situation with this woman that just kept going back and forth. And I was just like, okay, you know what? No, we're not going to do that. The vibe that I'm getting from you is very, very, it's just not going to work. So I said, okay, well, what I will do is I will car camp. Oh my God, I've never done any kind of camping before in my life. So this is going to be interesting. I hit the highway, a 2-hour stretch that turned into a visual initiation. Arizona's landscape is cinematic. Dusty hues melting into fiery reds, ancient stone towers that felt like sleeping giants. The speed limit was 75, but it wasn't the pace that moved me. It was the way the land shifted. From these sandy plateaus to sacred red rock canyons, it was like driving into a different reality. So I am at Walmart. Like I said, with the weather and stuff, I need to actually check it again and be sure that it's going to be what it says it's going to be now that I'm here. Sometimes stuff be changing. Because since I'm doing car camping, I bought a blanket, I bought a sheet, and I was like, well, maybe I need to go ahead and buy a sleeping bag too, but I might be overdoing it. We are in Sedona. Can you see those red rocks behind me? All right, so we are making our way to the campground, I guess a couple of miles away. We're in the Coconino National Forest area. We are gonna go out here and explore. Okay, I found a spot. It's definitely other people over here, which is fine. It's not really overly crowded. I wasn't sure about the whole campfire thing, and I kept looking online trying to read as much as I could as far as campfires were concerned. My original plan was to buy a disposable grill that you can get from Walmart for like $10, where it comes with the charcoal. It's like in one of them, silver pans, and it had a grate on top. That was my original plan, but no lands, they prohibit charcoal, and you can only use like gas camp stoves. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. So I dug into my pantry stash and I had to think on like, how am I gonna eat? Well, the nearest city is about 15 minutes away. And I was like, you know, I really don't want to buy like restaurant food and then have it sitting in a car, you know, for a while, because I just don't want to do that. I don't want to chance it. So I put on my thinking cap and I dug in my pantry and got some canned stuff, but then I also got some dried goods. And I found this little electric car kettle where it comes with, like, you can plug it into your car, can boil water in this thing. Where is the charger? Y'all, I don't know where the charger is. Woo! Okay, so you plug it into your car and it heats up water. Plenty of water. I got 3 gallons, probably overdid it. Got trash bags. So what I'm gonna do with the trash bags is tape it up on my windows for privacy. And I bought some baby wipes just in case. Might have to just kind of do a bird bath. I got these little instant rice things that's done. Bought from home. I got these from Walmart a while ago. They are so nasty, but I bought it just in case. Definitely my backup plan, some ravioli. But what I really want, I'll eat this, cheddar and broccoli, and then in case I decided that I didn't want to do that, I bought these from Aldi, and you just got to heat it up. And I was going to do this over the rice in case I decided to do that. And then if I did the broccoli and cheddar, I was going to add this can of chicken. Vanilla wafers and honey roasted peanuts. I think I would rather have too much food than not enough, because I know I'm not going to eat all this. A couple of oranges, some Nature Valley muffin bars, and a couple of apples. It's a small SUV. I went ahead and put down the back seats so that this is where I'm going to be sleeping. Either I can enter in from one of the side doors. Probably be best I might just climb in through the back. One thing that I do want to tell you is that in all my research, it is not safe to sleep with the car on. So I got like sheets and my blanket right there. I'm going to throw on my hoodie. I have another long sleeve shirt that I'm going to put on under it because it's going to get down into the 30s. I brought my own toilet paper. This is my gun and my case. I'm about to get that out and put the ignition in. So it is official. I don't know where I'm going. The signal up here is pretty bad. It's kind of sketchy. I had every intention of grabbing a campsite and marking it with a chair and a note, just like the locals on Facebook suggested, so that I could drive to marked Vortex trailheads. They said it fills up fast this time of year, and I believed them. But when I arrived, exhaustion swept over me. I forgot the plan entirely. Instead, I found myself walking down Forest Road 525, chasing a trailhead that didn't actually exist, hoping that it led to a Vortex site. It wasn't what I meant to do, but it's what I needed. The solitude of that unplanned walk, stretching from Greasy Spoon campsite to the Pulaski Heritage Site, became a quiet blessing. No crowds, just me, the land, and the low hum of something ancient. That detour, that deviation from my own intention, gave me a kind of peace no itinerary could have offered. I was gonna capture video of me taking the pictures, but it's absolutely way too dark outside. So I'm just gonna show you all what I took on my pictures on my phone. I saw a shooting star, and I saw what I am pretty certain were two UFOs. I've seen quite a few UFOs, and they're always in some kind of random, inconspicuous time, like when I'm just driving to get coffee, and I'm like, wait, what? Anyway, so what I saw was pretty reminiscent of what I've seen before. where it was actually two of them side by side, where they were flying fast and then they just zoomed off and then it disappeared. You couldn't see it anymore. Yeah, get ready to go to sleep. Now, I had debated on bringing an airbed. I had even put in my portable blow up thingy, and then I decided not to. I was like, oh, I don't need an airbed. I don't know what possessed me to think I didn't need an airbed. I really don't, because I have not slept on anything hard, on a hard surface, since I was young. And so this is going to be a tried and true night. I don't know what's going to happen as far as sleep is concerned. I might be so tired that I just zonk out for the night. This is interesting. Uh-oh, my light went out. The lights did not stay on long enough for me to tell y'all good night. So I climbed back there, light went out, and now I'm climbing back. So good night, y'all. See you in the morning. Hey, y'all. So, it's like almost 4:30. I could not do the back of the car, so I'm in the driver's seat. I got the chair all the way back. So it's like 41 degrees. It's not too bad. I didn't have to put on my hoodie and like extra clothes. This blanket and my sheet was enough. And I put my hat on. The back of the car was just too hard. What I'm about to do is get up and plot out my list of what I'm doing this morning. It's still real dark. So I just traveled so long, and then and I got a long ways to travel back too, a long time. I think I should have planned this trip better. That night, the sky opened up. I stood alone under a blanket of stars more than I've ever seen in my life. It was like the veil between dimensions lifted, and I was staring into infinity. I've never felt so small and so vast all at once. Made it to our first stop. The next morning, I rose before dawn and made my way to the birthing cave. This cave has been long believed to hold feminine energy, a place of sacred creation. It's shaped like a womb, carved into the cliffside like a portal. The hike is unmarked and quiet, almost like it wants to hide itself from those that are not ready to experience its energy. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you, I'm definitely tired. It got a lot more steep walking up this trail, but I am, sorry, son, I'm gonna make it. All right. Whew. Okay, somewhere behind me is the birthing cave. I really wanted to see it, but I don't trust that. I don't trust it. So I'm not gonna go. But when I turn around, I'm gonna show you all the view from where I'm at, because this trail has been nothing but an incline. So the great thing is, all I gotta do is go downhill now. Thank God. Yeah. I found this hiking group on my way back down, and I was like, are y'all going to the birthing cave? And they said yes. And so I said, can I follow y'all? Because I'm not quite sure that I got to the right place. And I followed them, and now I'm back out of breath. I need to stop and drink some water. And he said, no, this is it. So I will put a picture up, the video up, that I got of it, so that you can see what I'm talking about. All right, my husband is texting me. To reach the birthing cave, you have to scale a steep hillside, almost literally climbing it. I wasn't fully prepared for that, especially as a solo hiker carrying gear. Safety had to come first, but at the top, where the red rock walls curve inward like a womb, you'll find it. The birthing cave, quiet, sacred, and pulsing with ancient energy. One of the things that I realized, with this being my third trip in this vlog series, that out of all the research that I did, like how to edit, which I'm still learning, but more so the art of storytelling. And they say, go with the story in mind, make sure that what you do follows that story. And what I'm finding is that the opposite has been true for me. And I think it's because what I'm doing is more adventure based. And so that's one of the things that I'm going to kind of continue doing is, try to plan and have areas in mind, but just allow the story to unfold, because that's one of the journeys of going with the flow. Okay, I'm gonna go now so I can catch my breath. The Airport Vista. We're going to the Airport Vortex, Airport Mesa Vortex. It is absolutely gorgeous. The ride up here, we're literally up in the mountains. From there, I followed my intuition to Airport Mesa, home to one of Sedona's strongest energy vortexes. Vortexes, they say, are spirals of concentrated earth energy, places where the veil is thin, the downloads are fast, and transformation happens whether you're ready or not. The energy at Airport Mesa is electric. The view stretches in every direction, and the wind that rushes past feels like it's whispering directly to your soul. This trail is absolutely rugged, according to the notes that I found online. They were not playing. It's like you got to look down the entire time walking. So I took the Airport Loop Trail that branches off to Sedona View Trail, where you can obviously literally see the entire city of Sedona. So they say, there was a sign that said that this leads to the Airport Vortex. Now, sorry, y'all gonna have to hear my breathing. Hopefully we can make it there in time. We're gonna keep going as far as I can go until my alarm goes off. And then at that point, I have to turn around no matter where I'm at. I had to come out of my sweatshirt Now I understand why people be out there on these hiking trails half naked, because even though it's chilly out here, like, I'm sweating for real, which is insane. That's why I understand why people be walking around with shorts and tank top running in 30-degree weather. I get it. It ain't quite that cold. I don't know if I can do it, but I will say this. It's probably about 48 degrees or so. And yeah, I had to come out. Oh my God, y'all, we made it. This is so gorgeous. This is insane. I'm gonna show you all another.
I mean, if that happened, you would probably go to those stores.
And there are people up there on the top of that rock. And I'm trying to figure out how they got up there. Do you see this? Energy up here is insane.
I can see it now, so go ahead.
It's like, the best way I can describe it is like crystal clear energy. That's the best way I can describe it. But my alarm has gone off, so I need to head back down. Sad I couldn't spend more time here. It's gorgeous.
Do you want me to put it in my backpack?
No,
It's so pristine.
I was gonna say there's room.
Like untouched. That rock that I mentioned, well, that's the summit of the Airport Mesa Vortex. It's not just a casual walk. It's a steep, heart-pounding climb to the very top. But once you're there, standing on that lone rock above the valley, it feels like the earth is exhaling beneath you. The views stretch forever, and the energy, unmistakable, charged and alive. I tried to visit Cathedral Rock Vortex, known for its grounding feminine energy, but the parking lot was closed. There was a shuttle that would take you to the Vortex if you parked down the street. However, I was short on time, so this was another redirection. Instead, I stumbled upon the Chapel of the Holy Cross, which was built right into the red rocks in the 1950s. It's said that Marguerite Brunswick Stade had a vision in the Vatican that led her to create this sacred space in Sedona. So standing there, overlooking the cliffs, I felt what she must have felt. This place isn't just beautiful, it's consecrated. Driving further, I passed Bell Rock and Courthouse Butte, two powerful energy centers. Bell Rock is known for activating energy, awakening the mind and third eye. Courthouse balances it with structure and grounding. Even though I had to do a drive-by and I was not able to hike them, I could feel their presence like ancient beings watching over the land. And just so you know, as I'm driving away, I take a look at Bell Rock once again, and there are actually people standing on the side. You can barely see it, but if you look close, you might be able to. As I drove back down the winding highway towards Phoenix, red rocks fading in the rearview mirror, I realized I wasn't leaving Sedona the same way I came. Something in me shifted. not loudly and not all at once, but like the slow erosion of stone shaped by time and spirit. Sedona whispered to me in stillness, in stars, in the hush of wind between canyon walls. It reminded me that plans can fall away, and in their place, being present is what's most important. That sometimes you don't need the map, just the call. And I heard it. I answered, and I left changed.